Okay, so I like to make a speech, the speech to entertain, about the graduating seniors of 2020. And if you keep seeing me looking like diagonal, it's because on my screen I have my speech, so it kind of looks weird when I go back and forth. So I thought I would point that out really quick. Okay, so for once, I actually can't believe I'm saying this, but I will miss the class of 2020 for sure. They were probably the most troublesome and the most troublesome class to graduate yet. In my opinion, I know there have been some quite the troublemakers in the other classes after them or before after them. uh, let's see. I'm not sure if the graduating class had an influence on the classes below them. It was more of an iffy on that. It was more of just rioting and being nothing but trouble. I think that this class, in my opinion, will be perfectly fine in the big world, that we live in, because they stand up for themselves, they fight for what's right. If there's something that's not fair, then they call it out. I think they were more of realistic about the problems that were happening. So, so I personally think, yep, that they'll do fine, just fine. And I will miss my senior friends that I did have, and I will most definitely not miss my senior enemies that I made. Or just, some people I don't like. But, once they're gone, they're gone. You don't have to deal with them. I can make a huge list about everyone that I'll miss, but that list would be quite long. It would breaks my heart for them, to see them graduate. Only to think that next year I'll be just like them too, wanting to go, and then, you're scared to leave. I'd like to thank them for braving the storm that was thrown at them, and to thank them for being the closest people in my school life and sometimes my personal life as well, who I can rely on, who I can't. Just a few people that I will most definitely miss are Aracelis, Diamond, and Mackenzie. I feel like I'll be losing a part of me. They were just so nice and kind. And it's hard to know that they're going to leave and I'm not going to see them. So, I don't want the class of 2020 to leave. They're kind of like big brothers and sisters to the underclassmen, because I know that they knew a lot of underclassmen. So, and some of us don't really have brothers or sisters like them, such a really, really close relationship with them. And I can most definitely tell that they'll probably miss us too. But they probably would be really happy to get out, I know some of them will come back and visit. I know some of them might not go far, maybe to Mankato or Riverland. Just, I don't know, probably in the state of Minnesota. Maybe probably a few people are leaving the state, but I'm not for sure. In my opinion, I think for them to achieve and be great in the world is if they follow their dreams and achieve big. I know for the class of 2020, there have been quite the instances. Everyone gets a little heated every now and then. That's one of the few instances and fun memories is the senior class wanting to fight underclassmen, or even the teachers for that matter, but just gonna keep that on the down low. It's just mostly everyone wanting to fight each other or underclassmen. It's sad that the seniors this year didn't get to have a fun year to remember, and I wish that everything happened, like the COVID didn't happen, and that they had a wonderful year with their classmates and friends and teachers that they liked. I also wonder how they're dealing with this as well, since, it's, kind of hard to deal with since you're a senior, and I know that they're having an outside ceremony and that the world right now is sort of getting back together, bringing order again, like how we had it before. And I hope in the future that their lives are full of happiness and joy, and to thank each and every one of them for being who exactly that they're meant to be. I know that they will achieve great things in life and are probably scared of moving on. I know that even some of my own classmates don't want to graduate, but it's inevitable. So we grow up and be who we want to be, or be whoever, what we're meant to be. You can dream big and small and in between. And this year, about 3.5 million seniors are graduating this year. So I know that they're not going to be graduating alone, as well as some seniors who are going to the Army. I wish them luck, good luck, and encourage them to be safe. And I don't really know what else to say to the seniors. I just want to keep saying over and over again how much I'll miss them and how much luck they'll need in the real world. And I know that this was supposed to be fun and happy, and I just keep thinking about how sad it'll be when they're actually gone. Like, you can't be like, oh, hey, and then, insert a senior's name, and they're not there. Or, someone who acts like them, and then it's like, oh, you're sad. And it's sad how I'll probably never see some of them, ever. Unless, probably if they still work around here, maybe. But it's a little iffy. Maybe on, social media. But to say I didn't really know the class of 2020 that well. And yes, I know that's sort of a surprise, because I grew up alongside them and went through everything that they went through. So it's, I also moved all over the place. So I would be surprised if, anyone had memories that went that far back. Another thing I'd like to add is I hope that they make lots of new friends when they're in college, because in college that's the most important part. You're growing up, you're not going to have the same friends forever, and you're obviously going to want some pals to hang out with, not to hang out by yourself. That's probably one of the most things you don't ever want to do. And also check in every once in a while with your friends and family to make sure they're okay. And I only say this because it's just from personal experience in my life with my family. And as I hate to say it, but I like to say my farewell to the graduating class of 2020, how I will miss some, but not all. And to wish you the best of luck on the next chapter in your life, and not to get into so much trouble.